Okay, so I don't get to ride my own horses. I ride everybody else's. And everybody has their own idea of what they want their horse to be able to do, or for the person's capabilities. So when I have horses that might go to be more of a family horse, kids might ride them, somebody might ride them that has injuries, or somebody that you just want to be able to put anybody on. And if the person coughs, you're not, bolting into the next town. You look over to your neighbor, you're not doing a spin, you accidentally, move a little bit and the horse stops. You want the horse to respond to you. I mean, you always want that, but you want them to understand the difference between asking you to do something and I'm just up here futzing because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm just out here on a good old trail ride and I just want to kick back and relax and let everything kind of go. So what I'll do with a lot of these horses is I'll make sure that I can bounce around, move around up here, and still not have the horse panic while I'm doing that. I don't want the horse to run off if I drop the reins. If I stop riding completely, I want them to come down to a stop and those things. But, if I have to move my hat or adjust something, I don't want them taking off into the next county. So what I'll do here, and Amber's going to kind of come along with me a little bit on this, and she can hold on to the reins a little bit if she wants to. She can let go of the reins if she wants to. I'm going to have to pick up the reins occasionally so I can stay in the field of the camera. But I'm just going to kind of ask Buddy to trot off here, and Amber's going to ask Bubba to trot off here. And I'm just going to sit up here. I'm going to move around on my horse. Maybe adjust my hat here and there. Camera shy there. There we go. And I'm just going to, do whatever the heck I need to do. Maybe play with my rope. Maybe I want to sit up here and adjust his bridle. And Bubba and Buddy here like each other, so they're going to think about coming together. Maybe I want to see what the heck his tail's doing back there. Maybe I need to fix a string or two. And I'm just going to sit up here and be able to move things around. I'll pick up this breast collar. Take my Makati. I can take my Makati out. Maybe I want to help keep the flies off of his face here a little bit. Or I want to practice my roping with my Makati without running into Bubba. And I'll just do these things. Maybe let it drop down at his feet there a little bit. I'll take the reins off here, do this. We're in a controlled environment. So get these things good so that when you're not in a controlled environment and something kind of goes on, life's all right. I'm not going to sit up perfect. I'm going to flop around a little bit. Occasionally I might stiffen up and kind of bounce on him, which he'll probably stop here in a second if I do that too long. And, because he's not used to that. Get Buddy to trot off here again. And just kind of move things around. These two are good friends. Amber's going to get a little bit more animated if she can. And this helps the person's confidence as well. If you know that you can sit out here and do something if you have to, yeah, who knows, maybe you're trotting down the trail and you have to blow your nose, honk, whatever you need to do, and then you need to put your bandana back in your pocket. Your horse should not take off when you're doing any of this. I'm not steering him other than making sure we don't run into things or Bubba, but just be able to let go and go. And I'm not kicking my horse. I'm just relaxed and my feet bounce along with my horse. And right now I'm bouncing extra. Maybe I'll sit here and post improperly. Just do something that isn't right, but not, I'm not going to hurt my horse. But just not be exactly perfect. And let him go. And then I'll come along here and maybe I'll pick him up. And then I'll ask him to be proper. And listen to everything. Because now I'm intently talking to him. My intentions are talking to him and he's following me again. Okay? And then I can drop my reins. Stop riding. And he should eventually stop going. So you want to be able to practice that in controlled environments as often as you can. Thank you, Ariana.